what's going on with these poll numbers, and what's going on with the I guess the dichotomy between the broad narrative that we're hearing from the Beltway media, if you will, and what the poll numbers say. A lot of people are pointing this out with a piece in the New York Times where it was attempting to prove that Democrats were weakening in their position by showing polls that showed that Democrats were not weakening in their position. And people got confused by this. Hopefully Dave Weigel can sort some of this out for us. In the meantime, it makes this sort of supposed hot mic moment. And I say supposed because I always say supposed before a hot mic moment, because I'm a little skeptical regardless of what that hot mic moment is. My sense is usually when we hear things in this context, it's not always a mistake. But also granting Chuck Schumer some notion of, like, some characteristics, some Machiavellian characteristics are very hard for me to do.
Right.
With that said, here is a what appears to be a hot mic moment where Chuck Schumer is letting Joe Biden know that things are looking a little bit better than maybe one might expect.
So that's good. And basically, we're picking up steam on that. Yeah. The state voter, we'll see, because the state voter going down now, it's hard to believe, but they will vote for her.
All right. Now, that's very difficult to hear. And it would have been, the gist of it was Schumer telling Biden, looks like the debate didn't hurt us too much in Pennsylvania as of today. That was yesterday. So that's good, which, great analysis. And he says, we're picking up steam in Nevada, which obviously is very important. Catherine Cortez Masto looked like she was beginning to fall behind. I don't know what picking up steam in Nevada means, but it's better than losing steam in Nevada. And he's saying the state where we're going downhill is Georgia, where he says it's hard to believe that they will go for Herschel Walker. And it is, but it's possible. It feels a little bit like Stacey Abrams' campaign is having problems, and that is inhibiting or impacting the Warnock-Walker race, but very difficult to tell. There's also been enormous early voting in Georgia, but that's also difficult to assess because we've never had a midterm election after the pandemic where people's voting habits may have changed. And so the usual benchmarks maybe aren't. So it's all a little bit difficult, but that's what Chuck Schumer thinks, apparently. And he's not afraid to let people know.
The other thing that's difficult to assess is how much is he sucking up to the president, where this is his job to oversee the maintenance of Democratic majority in the Senate. So he could be painting a rosier picture than might actually be the case.
I mean, yes, it wouldn't necessarily explain the Herschel Walker comment if that was the case. And also, it's not like, and maybe he's just hoping that if he says this to Biden today, Biden in a week won't remember, and it won't make a difference what the results are in terms of his reliance on what Schumer says. But we are only now really 6 business days 7 business days out, less than 2 weeks, folks. I mean, let's not get until the midterm elections. And in a moment, we'll have Dave Weigel on to give us a sense of what his assessment of both the polls are, but also what he's hearing out on the campaign trail.